The day I saw the king's dark secret is a day I'll never forget. It haunts me every night, creeping into my dreams and turning them into nightmares. But to understand, you need to know how it all began. In our small village, nestled between two great rivers, we all lived simple lives. My name is Juma, and I was just a boy of 14 when I stumbled upon the king's terrible truth. I used to wander the forest, hunting for small game to help my family. One day, I strayed farther than usual, chasing a rabbit that seemed too big to be real. The rabbit led me to a hidden path, overgrown and almost invisible. Curiosity got the best of me, and I followed it. The path wound deeper and deeper into the forest until I came upon a cave I had never seen before. I should have turned back, but something drew me in. As I entered, the air grew cold, and a strange, musty smell filled my nose. I could hear faint whispers, like the wind was trying to tell me something. I moved further inside, my heart pounding louder with each step. The whispers grew louder, forming words I could barely understand. It was like an ancient language, one that no one in the village knew. Suddenly, I tripped over something. Looking down, I saw bones. Human bones. Fear gripped me, but I forced myself to look around. The cave was filled with bones and strange symbols drawn on the walls with what looked like dried blood. In the center of the cave, I saw a large stone table. On it lay a book, bound in dark leather that seemed to pulsate like a beating heart. I knew I should leave, but my feet moved on their own. I reached out and opened the book. The pages were filled with drawings and writings of terrible rituals and sacrifices. My blood ran cold when I recognized one of the drawings. It was the king performing a ritual under a blood-red moon. I realized the truth in a flash. The king, who everyone respected and obeyed, was practicing dark magic. He was using the lives of our people to gain power. The whispers became screams, and I knew I had to get out. I ran out of the cave, not stopping until I reached the village. I told the elders what I had seen, but they laughed at me. They said I had been dreaming or that my mind had played tricks on me. But I knew the truth, and I couldn't let it go. I started gathering evidence, sneaking into the king's palace, and listening to his conversations. I found out that the king had a hidden room where he kept artifacts and books on dark magic. One night, when the moon was full, I saw him sneak out of the palace and head towards the cave. I followed him silently, hiding behind trees and rocks. He entered the cave, and I watched from the shadows as he performed a gruesome ritual, chanting in that same ancient language. The air crackled with energy, and I saw the spirits of the dead rise, their faces twisted in agony. I knew I had to stop him. With a courage I didn't know I had, I stepped into the cave and shouted at the king to stop. He turned, his eyes glowing with an unnatural light. He laughed, a sound that chilled me to the bone, and said no one would believe a boy like me. But I had prepared for this. I had stolen one of his books and learned a counter-ritual. I began chanting, my voice trembling but determined. The spirits turned towards me, their eyes pleading for release. The king's laughter turned to rage as he realized what I was doing. He lunged at me, but the spirits formed a barrier, protecting me. With one final word, the ritual was broken, and the spirits were freed. The king fell to the ground, powerless and defeated. I ran back to the village, the book in hand as proof. This time, the elders believed me. The king was overthrown, and peace was restored to our village. But the memory of that night, and the king's dark secret, will haunt me forever.